All right, welcome back to Epicworld. My name is like I got so many different names. I am Eric, known as Epicworld, and the point of this channel at this point of my life right now is really to express the stories that have happened to myself up until this point, to be able to document it, put it somewhere, and know for myself at a subconscious level that this information is available for you as well as for myself and for the future, for the entirety of humanity, right? Like this in its way, in my intention for all of these videos is to create like a biography. Is that what it's called? Yeah. And so I had the same thought just now as the video yesterday of like, oh, Eric, that was kind of funky. Like, let's just restart the video. We're not going to do that. What I want to do is tell you about the time that I met Nick Cordero. This is another bizarre epic story, and this happened in my life. Nick Cordero, if you look him up, was a fantastic stage performer, was in numerous Broadway musicals, and back in 2020, at the very beginning of the year, around January or February, I was driving Lyft in Los Angeles, California, and one of the people that I picked up ended up being a character named Nick. And I will not forget it. I was on down in Hollywood Boulevard, or one of those streets where the bars are, and I rolled up to the venue where the pickup location is, and the person's not there. And I'm thinking, like, as a Lyft driver, you want to be moving as fast as possible, get to the next thing and the next thing, right? Because you're not making money if you're just waiting. So they do have a little buffer time of 5 minutes if the individual who ordered the Lyft needs time. So I'm waiting there for like 3 minutes, like, holy smokes, come on, can this dude hopefully just hurry up? And he just, I remember seeing him finally walk out of this bar it was, and he's got like pizza in his hand. He's just walking all cool and stuff, and like black slicked hair back. I believe he had a black leather jacket on. He gets into the white Prius that I was driving for Lyft at the time, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Took a little bit longer there. It's waiting for the pizza. Thanks for waiting. My name's Nick." And I had no idea who he is at this time. Okay, and what happens is, as I'm driving Nick on the way home, I find out that he is a Broadway performer, that he's a singer. And I was like, when he said that he is into performing and that he's been in numerous musicals, I asked, oh, which ones? And a specific one stood out. It was Rock of Ages. I believe it was the Los Angeles version. Now, Rock of Ages is incredibly significant for me because in my own personal city I grew up in, or over in Kelowna, BC, I didn't technically grow up in that city. It's like the next city over by an hour of driving. I was in the musical Rock of Ages, playing the character Drew. And when I heard in this Lyft ride driving Nick back, he said, yeah, I was in Rock of Ages. Here, I was the bartender. What's his name? Drew's the character that I played, and Nick was playing, was it Donnie? Maybe, yeah. So he played the bartender. And my memory's getting a little foggy on the names within that musical. But this was a huge moment for me because meeting a real performer who was really getting gigs done, getting locked in, and living his dream essentially in Los Angeles. It felt like it was a moment by the universe that was given to me. Like, I'm the guy who played Drew, who was the up and coming singer and rock star that is just slugging as a bar back over at the bar in the show. That's who Drew is, the character I played. Now the character that Nick played was the bar owner who gives Drew a shot. Was it? I'm like totally blanking on the Rock of Ages storyboard here. Anyways, look it up for yourself. The point of it was that I was driving the actual person who plays the real character on the stage, if you know what I mean. And that was huge. And then on top of that, he was so kind and so inclusive, I want to say. And when I told him that I'm a singer and a songwriter, he was like, I would love to connect with you. I've done a bunch of singing and songwriting. And I'm talking like, he said, yeah, I've written with Ed Sheeran. What? Like that is, and after that, he goes, well, let me get your contact information because us as artists, we got to stick together. And when you find good people, then you want to work with those same people. He takes my phone number and I drop him off at somewhere up in the Beverly Hills. And that moment for me, it felt supernatural. Like many, many of these moments on my channel have been. I just met somebody who's been in the same room as Ed Sheeran. Somebody who had been hired to be together with the brain and the heart and the wonderful creative process of individuals of that facet. I'm thinking, am I attracting this? Is this just because I'm in Los Angeles, or are these specific encounters that the universe is configuring and bringing me into because I've decided that I want to attract that? It's incredible. Now, the sad part about the story that happened was a few months later, of course, as we know, 2020 occurred. And so after that month that I met Nick, myself and my cousin, we decided to leave California and drive back to Canada, kind of just bunker down in Canada. And then things really started exploding, March and April. And I think it was April 2020. I was in the grocery store with my mom. And I see a magazine on the side in a superstore. And it was Nick's face. I saw his name on the magazine. Nick Cordero passed from COVID. And that moment, seeing somebody that I had been in contact with one time, and on top of that had imagined, well, this will be a person that I can connect with and create some beautiful creative outflow with, was now like I just saw a magazine and they're gone. It was startling. I didn't know how to handle it. It wasn't just sad. It was like, how can life do this? I remember, because I still had his phone number, I sent a message saying, I don't know if Amanda will get this, who was Nick's wife. I said, I'm so sorry. I just saw this magazine. I'm heartbroken. Because what I remember Nick telling me right before I had dropped him off, he said, I just had a son. His name's Elvis. It's me and my wife. We love Elvis. It's heartbreaking. And I know yourself, you've lost people. All of us do. In life, the longer that we live, the more it seems like we lose. It's a difficult lesson to begin learning. Especially when, as a young person, you feel like, well, everything can just last forever. This is infinite life. But the sad truth is, if we really don't cherish the moments that we're in, if we don't appreciate the people that we've got time with now, and when cataclysm and difficult pandemics come around that we don't even expect, things get taken from us. That was a shocking moment with Nick Cordero seeing the magazine. Now, I don't want to leave this on a low note. What I really think is important about this is there's that slogan that people love saying, don't be sad that somebody is gone. Be thankful for the time that was spent when they were here. That mindset is so important daily for yourself and myself to keep, to live from. A wellspring of knowing that today is this day. And the people that I get to experience this beautiful unfolding of magic, of love, of possibility, of what is offered. And the fact that I can exercise my own sovereign power to make a decision right now to be good. And even as I'm doing right now, to inspire that which is in front of me, which is you. That, I hope that's what drives you and me. That's what drives me more than anything now, if I'm honest. I started realizing death is certain. It is certain. And I'm not going to be scared of that anymore. I'm going to use death for life. That's why I'm so thankful now, and I think about abundance. You see my video yesterday talking about the sunflowers and the turtles and the 999s being signs of reminding myself, oh yes, I am abundant. The universe is taking care of me. God already has it figured out. But more than God having it figured out, I think God gave me the tools to look around and to identify what are the things that really truly matter. And for me, my parents are alive, and I'm so grateful for that. I've got breath in my lungs, and I've got a brain and moving muscles and a body that I can take care of. That's important. That's what matters. Abundance is your life and the memories that you get to create. Make it epic. R.I.P. Nick Cordero. With that being said, I hope that you're inspired. It was a good reflection. All right. That's the video for today, guys. This is the Epicworld channel. I hope that you have a epic day. Peace out.